Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing, bringing you a general reading for the week of Monday, March 28th through Sunday, April 3rd. Hopefully you are all having a wonderful Easter, enjoying time with your families, celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. And here in Ohio, we are having amazing weather, so hopefully you are all having great weather that you can enjoy today as well. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I've already prayed over the cards, shuffled them. I have asked that each of you receives at least one message. This is a general reading for a large audience. So if you would like a private reading for you, or you will be able to get all of your questions answered, you can schedule a personal reading on my webpage. I will put the link below and I will also embed it in the video. So let's go ahead and get started. Going to pull 3 cards from Tony Carmine Salerno's Universal Wisdom deck. And most of the cards actually go in the opposite direction, so I guess you guys are going to get these. All 3 horizontal. Let's see if you can see them all in here. Great. And then going to pull 3 also from the Oracle of Angels by Mario Dugai. Okay. Wow. Looks like it's been a pretty intense week for you guys leading up to this. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this one. So this is turquoise sea. So if you can look at that, just kind of resting. Water signifies emotions. I do get that it's been an emotionally turbulent time for a number of you. I do get that this is going to be an emotional week as well, because this card typically, it signifies a relationship. So for a number of you, this is a message about relationships. And so what they're saying is that in order for you to heal that relationship so you can move forward, you're going to have to first heal yourself and first love yourself. I get a number of you, you've been really hard on yourself. For things that you've done, things that you've not done. I get some of you, you feel disappointed in yourself as though you haven't lived up to your expectations. I feel some of you, you're disappointed in that other person as though they didn't live up to your expectations, or they failed you, they let you down, they disappointed you. And so I do get that there's just this real emotional, anxiety-ridden struggle going on within you right now. And life is a constant struggle of, juggling back and forth between the mind and the soul, where, your soul's always going to remind you that you're amazing, that you're perfect, you are good enough, you are capable, you are lovable. But what happens is the intellect will often get in the way, and we'll listen to that negative voice, that negative feedback that we get from external sources, other people, or even ourselves. So what they're wanting you to do this week is to tune that out, tune out that false negativity, and really tune back into your true nature, your place of love, where you're loving yourself, you're loving others. Because what they're saying is that to heal this, for those of you that's a relationship, to heal this relationship, you are going to have to, and to heal this relationship, you are going to have to acknowledge your feelings. You're going to have to embrace them. You're going to have to embrace who you are, just as you are, knowing that you are divinely perfect as you are. Start to feel positive, loving feelings and thoughts about yourself. And that is what will heal the relationship and heal this issue, so that you can move forward. And for some of you, I get that this is just in general message that it's been emotionally turbulent time, and it's going to be emotionally turbulent time this week. It's almost like you're trying to decide what to do, be it for some of you, job. For some of you, I get that it's spiritually connected. But I do get that you're torn. You're like in a place of anxiety, filled with a lot of emotions. So what they're doing is they're saying to go inside. Go inside. Listen to your angels, listen to the guidance that you're receiving, and that will clear things up. And go inside your heart, truly listen to what your feelings, your emotions, what you really are thinking deep down, because that will help guide you down the right path. Next card we have is Lotus Rose. It's a beautiful card. You'll see, lotuses unfolding. Those signify new beginnings, new growth, it's almost situated in between what appears to be two different worlds. So almost as though the world is at your fingertips. So I get that a lot of you, this anxiety is about changes that are going on in your life right now. And I get that there's a lot of changes that are unfolding in your life. And then a number of you are just very anxiety ridden because it's almost as though you're not seeing that the changes are actually positive changes for you in your life. So what they're wanting you to know is that this is going to continue to be a week where these positive changes are happening. And I get that there's a lot of changes, and they are positive in many areas of your life. A lot of them are deep, emotional, very profound. Some of them are spiritual. And I get for a number of you, it's occurring at a heart level, at an emotional level. So what they're encouraging you to do is this week to just open up your heart. Open yourself up to that. Open yourself up to the new experiences, the living experiences, those positive changes that are coming your way. Truly, completely open yourself up to that. Because even though you've been hurt and disappointed in the past, you've been frustrated, I get for a number of you, you've been very hard on yourself. This is the time to let all that go and really embrace those new changes. Because I do get a number of you are very anxiety ridden because you can see these changes occurring. They're, for some of you, they're not exactly what you envisioned. So it's causing a lot of anxiety and a lot of emotion. So what they're really encouraging you to do is just open up to these, because these changes are meant to be. They are to get your life to that place, to get you to those things that you've always been dreaming and praying for. So really to just open up to these changes, because this is actually signifying a tremendous blessing coming your way in all areas of life. Just open up and receive it. Next card we have is lost in our own equations. So I get a number of you are just really overthinking it, is what they're saying. Because, you look at that card and he's just kind of sitting there. His eyes are kind of, let me see it a little closer if it'll zoom in at all. Eyes are just kind of glazed over, kind of confused. See, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I do get most of you are near the end of the tunnel, but you're bringing greater confusion on yourselves because you're overthinking the situation, you're overanalyzing it. When you look at it, I get for a number of you, it's almost as though it just doesn't add up. Like for some of you, situation at work, you didn't get the job that you really wanted at work and you're just not sure why. It just doesn't add up, doesn't make sense to you because you'd worked so hard for that job, you'd worked your whole life for that job, and it just didn't unfold. But they're wanting you to know that that's all part of the plan to bring in something even greater. So they're saying to get out of your own way because you are heading full speed into the light at the end of the tunnel. You're just delaying the happiness, delaying the bliss that awaits you at the other end. So they're saying to stop blocking yourself, to stop overanalyzing, stop overthinking, truly open up to the blessings that are unfolding all around you, and move forward fearlessly, they're saying. Because I get a number of you, these changes are actually causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of worry. And they're encouraging you to stop having fear. To not fear, don't worry. It's taken care of. And they're saying the sooner that you embrace it with an open mind, an open heart, with positivity, the bliss and happiness waiting for you will unfold even quicker. And then you'll understand why it happened the way it was meant to happen. But by overthinking and blocking yourself and questioning everything and doubting and because I get for a number of you, you're even just trying to figure out why did this happen. I don't understand. Stop trying to understand and keep overanalyzing it. Just trust. You'll be able to see at the end that things are turning out better than what you could have imagined, better than what you were hoping. And there's so much happiness at the other end for you. Just open yourself up to it. And again, stop overanalyzing, stop thinking. And they can help you with that this week. If you find yourself, you're just, stuck in that place again, or you're asking why, I don't understand, I don't get it, just ask the angels to help you get out of that space, get back into a current time, current place, into a place of being open, receptive, coming from a place of love, not a place of fear, so that these blessings can unfold for you. because you're going to have to get out of your own way for these blessings to happen. Because they're saying they will not happen until they keep saying, get out of your own way. So it's all awaiting you. Just be open to receiving it. Next card we have is Angel Whispers. And this again ties into, because I do get a number of you've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of nudges, like maybe you get in the car and you turn on the radio and you're thinking about something and there's a song on the radio that's playing that's almost like talking directly to you and answering your question you were just contemplating. I get for some of you, you're in the grocery store and you're thinking about that special someone, or you're thinking about what type of career I want, and you'll overhear conversation. And again, it's almost like it's a message directly for you. It's like God is talking through them to you. And then that's something that I get even some of you question. You're like, this just can't be happening. This is so weird. But it's not weird. The angels use those ways to speak to us. So if you can't hear them speak directly, so anybody that's had personal readings with me knows that when I do readings or do anything, I can actually hear Jesus and angels talk to me like I'm talking to any person in person. So I can hear them speak very clearly. And we all have different intuitive, we're all intuitive. We just, are at different levels. Some people hear, some people see, some people are just starting to open up to that. So, you may not be opened up. I get for a number of you, you're not really opened up to receiving that guidance as clearly yet. So what they're trying to do is they're speaking to you in other ways. They're speaking to you through songs, through numbers. For some of you, if you're at a stoplight and you notice 3 cars around you have the exact same 2-digit, 3-digit number on them, Google it. Google angel message 34 or whatever the number is, because it will give you what that message is. And what you'll find is the question you were contemplating, what you were thinking about, they answered you through those numbers. Some of you, they're answering you through songs. Some of you, they're answering you through conversations. But stop doubting and questioning it, because that is divine guidance coming your way. They're trying to use a number of methods and means to get the message to you. They just need you to listen and get it, so that they can get you to this place of happiness and bliss that's awaiting you. Because they've answered all your prayers. It's almost you're at that last final mile, and it'll be a swift mile. The sooner you listen to their guidance messages, the sooner you open it up to that, and the sooner you stop beating yourself up and open up to also loving yourself. So you're almost there. Hang in there, and this is the week they're encouraging you. Open up to their messages, because they're really giving you a lot of information to help you get to that light at the end of the tunnel. Next card is Infinite Potential. So I'm getting with this is, again, a number of you with the overthinking is related to doubting yourself. I get for some of you, this is related to jobs. I get for some of you, you're thinking about branching out to something you've never done before. For some of you, it's not necessarily a different career field, but it's maybe leaving a company that you've been with for 14 years, and you're afraid to leave that company. You're afraid to branch out. You're afraid of the unknown. And for some of you, I get that it's love related. I get for some of you, you've met this person and it's a divine soulmate connection, and you're just, again, doubting it, almost back to the divine, angel speaking to you like, oh my gosh, is this possible? They're saying to let those fears go. Let those worries go. For those of you that keep doubting yourself, they're encouraging you to stop doubting yourself, because you have all the resources you need to succeed. You have everything to get to your hopes and your dreams. And if you look at this, you'll notice that there's a Merkaba here and then here. And it's stemming from the heart center. So they're saying for a number of you, it's all hinging on opening up your heart. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get more information from them. Okay, so they're saying rising like the phoenix. So I'm getting a number of you that have been going through a very stressful, anxiety-ridden time. It is the time for you to rise like the phoenix, to soar like an eagle. But that's all going to be hinging off you opening your heart. So hopefully that makes sense to a number of you. Because you're going to have to open up your heart for those dreams to unfold, for that light at the end of the tunnel. And I do get that you'll soar. I do get that you'll be successful. I do get you have to stop doubting yourself. because you have unlimited potential. If you know anything about the Merkaba, so the Merkaba it's sacred geometry. In ancient Hebrew, Mer is for light, Ka is spirit, and Ba is body. So it's the whole, your light, spirit, body. In ancient times, it's a sacred geometry symbol that the ascended masters would use to connect to higher realms. So when they were wanting to talk to angels and hear angels' messages, they would use a Merkaba when they would do their meditation and their prayers. And when you look at it, Merkabas are, you can look at them 2D, 3D. This is a 2D depiction, but it's a pyramid inverted in another pyramid. And it kind of signifies as above, so below. It's the yin yang, the sacred masculine, the sacred feminine, in perfect union. It's talking about perfect balance, having everything that you need. And they're wanting you to know that you have everything you need to make your heart's desires come true. You need to start trusting that. Because I get a lot of you you're really doubting yourselves. And that's what's blocking you. So they're asking you to stop doubting yourself. It's all there. It's all ready to unfold. You just need to come from a place of love, listen to their messages, open yourself up to it. And the last card we have is initiation. So if you look here, he's standing at the bottom of the stairs. You'll have your different chakra colors. Won't go too much into the chakras other than, they are energy systems that we have. They are all related to different organs. If you have blocked chakras in certain areas, you'll have certain physical ailments. But I'm getting this is like twofold. So I get for some of you, this is a spiritual thing. You see how this is almost like a trinity? Pyramids are a trinity. They're even shown as a trinity. So you know how they were saying divine feminine, divine masculine? That's a trinity with God, Jesus, and then masculine, feminine, God, Father, Son. Trying to get more information of what there. Okay, so I get a number of you. You know how in the reading for this past week, they were talking about ascension symptoms. I do get that some of you are stepping into that higher state of awareness. I do get that your intuition's opening up. And I get for some of you, it's kind of almost freaking some of you out. Like, what is going on? I'm feeling tingling in my head, and, I'm hearing messages, and, it's kind of weirding me out a little bit, but they're telling you to not fear it and not worry. This is your initiate, it's your initiation, getting you closer to the divine. We are all, we're all infinite beings having a human experience. It's not the other way around. And you're just getting closer. You're getting closer to God. You're getting closer to the Trinity, they're saying. So to not be worried about that, don't let that concern you. Don't have any fears and worries. Do some research, do some online research, find some like-minded people, maybe some who have been through that, who can kind of help give you some details to kind of help you navigate through that initiation, through that opening, through that spiritual growth that you're undergoing right now. I do get a lot of you. It was really kick-started this past week. And it is really an evolutionary passage that you're going through. You are getting closer to God the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I mean, you are getting closer to the divinity. You need not be afraid of it, because the sooner you open up to it, the smoother the transition will be. And then some of those symptoms and physical ailments that you're having, they'll go away. So what they're saying is, okay, we're going to touch on the chakras a little bit. So when you're going through ascension symptoms, let's say you're someone who, you don't speak up for yourself, be it day to day. Say you have an argument with your spouse, your significant other, you don't speak up for yourself, or you've got a boss that's mean and you don't speak up to them. If you perpetually don't speak up for yourself, once you start to go through ascension symptoms and you start to get more intuition and guidance from above, which will come in the top of your head, if you get that guidance coming in from God, coming in from above, and you've got a blocked throat chakra, what'll happen is you'll start to have a lot of headaches. I mean, you'll have extreme headaches, and it won't make any sense. You could go to the doctor will find you're in perfect health, but they just won't go away, and you won't know what to do. But by, looking online, finding people who have been through the ascension process, they'll be able to tell you that, oh, well, your throat chakra is blocked. And you also, you'll have physical things. So it'll cause strep throat, laryngitis. You'll have inflamed tonsils. So it'll show up physically, not only just the headaches, but with, physical throat ailments. But then when you open that throat chakra, then what'll happen is everything will flow. So if you look at the colors, you've got red all the way up until you get to the violet. So if energy can flow freely, there won't be any physical ailments. But if you've got a blockage, and I get for some of you, you've got blockages, you've got these things happening, you're starting to get more messages, you're really wondering what is wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You're getting closer to God. Embrace it, but find out where those blockages are, because those blockages are what's keeping things from flowing smoothly through you. Because once you get those blockages cleared, you're going to get divine guidance more clearly. It's going to make life easier all the way around. Things will just unfold magically because you're going to be able to hear that guidance, and all the physical ailments will go away. So I just want you to know this is just part of this process, because some of you are going through a spiritual initiation. You're going through a spiritual passage right now. You're just getting to a higher state of awareness. And just be open to that, and and pray and ask for help. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you as you're going through that, to ease your worries, ease your anxiety, and again, to not overthink it and not come out of a place of fear, because I get for some of you that'll cause more physical ailments, and you don't want that. So, and for some of you, I get for a small number, hopefully this is more than for one person, get for some of you, you've changed jobs. You've decided to take the plunge, you got this new job, but it's just not going well with your coworkers. They go to lunch, they don't invite you. They have, the water cooler conversations, they don't include you. You just feel kind of like an outcast, like kind of just standing out on your own. And what they're doing is they're just encouraging, the angels are just encouraging you this week to just write it out, because that truly is your initiation into that workplace. Essentially, your coworkers, your peers, they're just summing you up. And don't let them see that that's bothering you, stressing you, upsetting you. Don't start to doubt yourself and think that anything's wrong. Just know that they're just looking at you and seeing how you're going to fit in the mix, and you will be fitting into the mix in the very near future. Dare say within the next 2 weeks, it'll all be smoothed out. You're all just getting used to each other at this point. It is truly an initiation as the new person in the new workplace, and all will be well within the next 2 weeks. So don't let that bother you and get upset and mess up your work groove that you've got going on. And don't let it send you spiraling into an emotional upset place where you're doubting, did you make the right decision? Because you did. You made the right decision. It's just a transition. That's all, and you'll be through it very quickly. So I wish you all an amazing week filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.